An absolute shocker of a night. French fans are left in utter disbelief as Les Bleus suffer a stunning last gasp collapse right on their own turf. Tonight, the Ivory Coast pulled off the unthinkable and the mastermind behind it all. Guela. A goal and an assist to single-handedly destroy the French defense and claim the man of the match honors as the absolute heavy favorites to lift the upcoming World Cup. This devastating loss is a massive wake-up call that will send shockwaves through the entire footballing world. If these recent friendlies have taught us anything, it's this: the upcoming North American World Cup is going to be a total minefield of giant killings. Tonight, all eyes were locked on the Stade Belert de Lillis for a blockbuster international clash. The French national team, the mighty Les Bleus, welcoming the Elephants of the Ivory Coast. This wasn't just a friendly. This was a tactical dress rehearsal designed to simulate their highly anticipated group stage war against Senegal. And looking at the starting lineup, Didier Deschamps showed absolutely no mercy. Aside from the newly crowned Ballon d'Or winner, Ousmane, starting on the bench, Deschamps unleashed his absolute ultimate weapons. The French hyper-car Kylian, leading the front line alongside the lethal Michael Olise and Marcus Thuram. Now, we all know the rumors swirling around social media. Fans have been sweating over the internal drama and whether the locker room atmosphere would implode. But come on, this is Didier Deschamps we are talking about. A legendary tactician who has steered this ship for 14 glorious years. He knows exactly how to handle the heat. At the end of the day, if this French squad plays to their true potential, they are the undisputed #1 favorites to conquer the world. And they wanted to prove it instantly. Less than 60 seconds on the clock, and France launched a terrifying, lightning-fast counterattack. Adrien Rabiot whips a dangerous, curling cross from the left flank. Is lurking, ready to violently smash it into the back of the net. But out of nowhere, Seko Fofana executes a heroic last-second block to clear the danger. That was a brutal, bone-crunching challenge right on the studs. You could practically feel the pain radiating off through the screen. 6 minutes in, and the French siege intensifies. Olise receives the ball and, without even looking, carves open the defense with a mind-blowing, razor-sharp through ball. He finds, completely unmarked in space. The superstar even has time to take a touch and compose himself. He fires, but Yahia Fofana pulls off a spectacular, flying save to deny him. Honestly, it felt like even the boss himself didn't expect that pass to find him. Michael Olise is a certified attacking magician out there. But despite the total, one-sided dominance, breaking the deadlock was proving to be a nightmare. In the 16th minute, Rabiot attempts a roaring long-range rocket from outside the box. But he gets it all wrong and sends it flying into Rosie. 5 minutes later, the high press pays off. France wins the ball back high up the pitch, and Rayan Cherki combine instantly with rapid-fire passing into the penalty area. Olise pulls the trigger himself, but it's a comfortable gather for the keeper. Meanwhile, in another friendly, Iraq just stunned the world with a wonder goal to equalize against Spain. I'm telling you, this World Cup is going to be absolutely wild. The clock ticks to the 31st minute of the first half. France orchestrates a mesmerizing, tiki-taka sequence right at the edge of the box. Rabiot slides another beautiful through ball. And Thuram unleashes a shot from an impossibly tight angle near the byline. The ball ricochets across the face of an open goal. But Cherki hesitates for a split second, and the golden opportunity vanishes into thin air. Cut to the next sequence, and the relentless pressure continues. Drifts outside the box, scans the field, and threads a pinpoint pass. This time, Cherki spins beautifully past his marker and fires. But a desperate Ivorian defender throws his body on the line to deflect it. France is knocking on the door, but the lock just won't break. Finally, in the 42nd minute, it was almost the Ivory Coast who snatched the lead against the run of play. Simon Adingra triggers a ferocious press, completely dispossesses, bursts into the box, and unleashes a lethal low drive. In a moment of absolute life and death, Mike Maignan pulls off a miraculous, world-class save. He drops like lightning, stretching every muscle to palm the ball away and keep the clean sheet intact, even without the goal. That jaw-dropping counterattack sent the beautiful Ivorian fans in the stands into absolute ecstasy. 3 minutes later, look at this tactical short corner from France. Cherki cuts inside with venom, unleashing a stinging low drive from the edge of the D. But Fofana denies him yet again. But the danger isn't over. Jules keeps the play alive, looping a header back into the danger zone. After a crucial layoff from Ibrahima, the magical Rayan Cherki dances through the defense, finds a pocket of space, and slots a majestic low finish into the far corner. Goal. France breaks the deadlock right at the stroke of halftime. 1-0. That is a trademark, vintage Cherki goal. To pull off those jaw-dropping dynamics in such a tight space. Absolute world-class technical brilliance. But wait, the first half drama wasn't done. In stoppage time, Frank seemingly mistakes the referee for a French defender, bringing the absolute hammer down and leveling the ref with a brutal elbow. The referee was down and in real pain. The medical staff rushed onto the pitch, and thankfully, after some tense moments, he stood back up and the match resumed. The second half begins, and looking to test the depth of his squad, Deschamps rings the changes, making a massive five-fold substitution. Maxence Lacroix anchors the defense, while N'Golo and Magnus Akliouche take over the midfield, alongside Jean-Philippe Mateta up front. It's a shame we won't see an masterclass goal tonight, and you have to wonder if the Ballon d'Or winner will even get a run out. Then, out of absolutely nowhere, in the 53rd minute, the Ivory Coast tears up the script. A beautiful, fluid passing sequence in midfield. Nicolas slides a devastating through ball that completely dissects the French backline. Guela finds himself clean through on goal, keeps his composure, and clinically slots it home. It's an equalizer. 1-1. And yes, you guessed it from the name, Guela is indeed the older brother of France's own. This marks the historic first time the two brothers have clashed on the international stage. But looking at that defensive disaster, who got completely nutmegged and slipped on his face, is absolutely at fault. You have to wonder if Real Madrid fans are reconsidering his rumored transfer for next season. What followed was a grueling, gritty midfield war of attrition. With both Olise and off the pitch, the French attacking threat completely evaporated. Les Bleus looked toothless, failing to create anything meaningful. It wasn't until the 77th minute that Mateta, from a clearly offside position, laid it off for Cherki, who set up Akliouche for a rare shot on target. Deschamps continued to rotate, and as the clock wound down, it looked like both sides were content to settle for a draw. But football is a beautiful, cruel game, and the ultimate twist was yet to come. 83rd minute, the Ivory Coast launches one final, desperate raid down the flank. A soaring cross into the box. And they've done it. They have snatched a late winner right in the heart of France. Unbelievable. In the 84th minute, the turnaround is complete. Guela delivers a pinpoint, magnificent cross from the right wing. And Manchester United's young starlet Amad Diallo stabs it home at the near post. A miraculous, stunning comeback on away soil. Two unanswered goals to make it 2-1 to the Ivory Coast. The final whistle blows, and thanks to a masterclass performance from Guela, the Ivory Coast pulls off an iconic 2-1 upset. This result will undoubtedly force their group rivals, Germany, to sit up and take notice.